There is a moment that almost every man experiences at least once in his life, a moment that feels confusing, frustrating, and sometimes even painful. You meet a girl you really like, so you do everything you think you're supposed to do. You text her good morning, you reply instantly to every message, you compliment her, you try to make her laugh, you try to show her that you care, you invest your time, your attention, your energy. But something strange begins to happen. Her replies become shorter. She takes longer to respond. The excitement you once felt from her slowly disappears. And suddenly, she becomes distant. But then something even stranger happens. One day you decide to stop trying so hard. You stop texting first. You stop chasing. You focus on your own life again. And suddenly, she starts texting you. She asks where you've been. She wonders why you disappeared. She starts chasing you. At that moment, most men ask the same question. Why? Why does this happen? Why does giving attention push her away? But pulling back makes her interested again. Today, we're going to explore the real psychology behind this, because once you understand it, you'll see attraction in a completely different way. The first truth: humans value what feels rare. Human psychology is deeply influenced by scarcity. We naturally value things that feel difficult to obtain. Think about diamonds. Diamonds are not valuable simply because they look beautiful. They are valuable because they are rare. Now imagine if diamonds were found everywhere, like stones on the ground. Suddenly their value would disappear. The same psychological rule applies to attention. When someone gives unlimited attention, the brain begins to treat that attention as ordinary. But when attention becomes limited, it suddenly becomes valuable. This is why people often chase what feels uncertain and ignore what feels guaranteed. When a woman knows she already has all your attention, there is nothing left for her to chase. But when she feels that your attention is not easily available, curiosity begins to grow inside her mind. The second truth: the brain hates uncertainty. One of the most powerful forces in human psychology is curiosity. Our brains are wired to resolve unanswered questions. When something feels unfinished, the brain becomes obsessed with finding the answer. This is known in psychology as the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished emotional experiences stay in the mind longer. This is why cliffhangers exist in movies. This is why mystery novels keep readers awake at night. And this is also why uncertainty can create attraction. When a woman feels completely certain about your feelings, when she knows you are completely invested, there is no mystery. But when she is unsure about your level of interest, her brain begins to search for answers. She wonders, does he still like me? Why hasn't he texted? Is he busy or losing interest? Is there another girl? These thoughts create emotional activity in her mind, and the more she thinks about you, the more emotionally involved she becomes. The third truth: attraction grows with emotional investment. Attraction is not built only on physical appearance. It is built through emotional investment. The person who invests more emotion into a relationship becomes more attached. Think about friendships. If you spend months helping someone, listening to their problems, supporting them emotionally, you will feel more attached to that person because you invested energy into them. Relationships work the same way. When a man constantly chases a woman, he is doing most of the emotional work. He starts the conversations, he asks the questions, he plans the interactions. But when he stops chasing, the dynamic changes. Now she begins investing. She starts wondering about him. She initiates conversations. She becomes emotionally involved. And the more someone invests emotion away, the harder it becomes for them to walk away. The fourth truth: mystery creates attraction. One of the most powerful emotional triggers in attraction is mystery. Humans are fascinated by things they cannot fully understand. Think about the most interesting people you've met in life. They usually share one quality. They are not completely predictable. They have their own life, their own interests, their own priorities. They are not constantly trying to impress everyone around them. Instead, they move through life with quiet confidence. This naturally creates intrigue. When a man constantly explains everything about himself, shares every thought, and seeks approval, there is no mystery left. But when a man lives a full life and reveals himself gradually, people become curious. Curiosity is the beginning of attraction. The fifth truth: confidence is silent. One of the biggest misunderstandings in attraction is the idea that confidence must be loud. Movies often show confident men as extremely bold, talkative, and dominant. But real confidence is much quieter. Real confidence is simply the ability to be comfortable with yourself. A confident man does not need constant validation. He does not panic when someone pulls away. He does not chase desperately for attention. Instead, he focuses on his own life, his goals, his purpose, his growth. And because he values his time, his attention becomes naturally limited. That limited attention becomes attractive, not because he is trying to manipulate anyone, but because he genuinely has a life worth living. The biggest mistake men make. After learning about these psychological principles, many men make a serious mistake. They start playing games. They intentionally ignore messages. They pretend not to care. They try to manipulate emotions. But this behavior often backfires because people can sense when someone is being fake. Real attraction does not come from manipulation. It comes from authenticity. The goal is not to ignore someone to control them. The goal is to build a life where your attention is naturally valuable, when your life has purpose, direction, and meaning. You will not need to pretend to be busy. You will actually be busy, and people respect those who respect their own time. The most attractive quality a man can have. The most attractive quality a man can develop is not looks, not money, not status. It is purpose. A man with purpose moves differently through life. He wakes up with goals. He invests energy into building something meaningful. He improves his mind, his body, his skills. Because his life is full, he does not cling to people out of fear of loneliness. Instead, he chooses relationships that add value to his life. And this mindset naturally creates attraction. People are drawn to those who know where they are going. The emotional shift. When a man stops chasing validation, something powerful happens. His focus shifts inward. Instead of asking, "Why doesn't she like me?" he starts asking, "How can I improve my life?" He begins developing confidence through action, through discipline, through growth. And, ironically, this is often the moment when people start noticing him more. Not because he is trying harder, but because he is no longer trying to prove himself. His energy changes, and people feel it. The real secret behind attraction. The real secret behind attraction is not ignoring someone. It is becoming someone whose time and attention have value, someone who respects himself enough to walk away from situations that do not serve him, someone who builds a life that feels exciting and meaningful. When you become that person, you will notice something interesting. People begin chasing your presence, not because you manipulated them, but because you created a life worth being part of. Attraction is not about tricks or games. It is about understanding human nature. People are drawn to mystery. They are curious about uncertainty, and they value things that feel rare. When you stop chasing approval and start building your own path, you become someone others naturally want to follow. And that is the real psychology behind attraction. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep psychology about relationships, attraction, and self-improvement, subscribe to Pure Wisdom YT and comment below. Have you ever noticed someone chasing you only after you stop chasing them? Your story might help someone else understand this psychology too.